Hey, what is up guys? Welcome back to the channel and welcome back to another GT7 news and update video. In this video today I'm going to be taking you through the brand new daily races for the week beginning Monday the 24th of April 2023. Next week will feature a one-make race, a Group 3 race and finally a Group 2 race, as well as what's looking to be some variable weather as well. So all in all, this is looking a very promising week for Gran Turismo 7 multiplayer or daily races, whatever you want to call them. So let's get into the video. So daily race 8 for next week seems to take us back to Polyphony's favourite track of all time, Lake Maggiore. It's going to be the west reverse layout using the Audi TT Quattro from 2003. It will be a BOP'd race. It's going to be 4 laps on comfort soft tyres. So nothing really to mention much really about this race. There's not much I can say. It's obviously a one-make race. It goes back to Lake Maggiore, which seems to feature nearly every week or at least every other week. The west reverse layout, so you know, okay, we're not getting the full layout. Kind of makes sense for a slower one-make race. In terms of pace, this won't be the fastest, most mind-blowing one-make race we've had. Obviously using the Audi TT Quattro from 2003, whilst it's still a fairly usable car, it's not something like mightily quick. It's not kind of like throwing the Honda, you know, old F1 car around or anything daft like that. It's a fairly sensible one-make race. Will this one be too popular with people? Probably not. I think at this point everybody's a bit sick of seeing Lake Maggiore. Like I said, it does seem to pop up all the time. So a fairly average at best one-make race for daily race A. Next up, we'll move on to daily race B, and this is going to be at Kyoto Driving Park, the Yamagiwa layout. It's going to be using the Group 3 cars. It's going to be a 5-lap event with the racing hard tyres. Again, it's the typical format of, you know, kind of a daily race A with, you know, no safety rating, no driver rating and such. And then obviously we have the daily race B, which is usually a fairly straightforward sprint race. Again, nothing too different here. Overall, this is a decent track. It makes for some decent racing. I've had some good races over the years at Kyoto Driving Park. So overall, not too bad. The Group 3 cars, personally, I don't really like them in terms of sprint racing them. Certainly, I prefer, you know, sprint racing in the Group 4s and such. For me, I just always associate, you know, the GT3 cars or whatever we want to call them as more kind of endurance races, and I feel like they're more suited to longer races. So overall, again, for me personally, it's a fairly average daily race B. Not much to talk about, in all honesty. I think we all know what the meta car will be for this one, but that is going to be daily race B for next week. And now on to the interesting one of the bunch, saving the best till last with daily race C. It's going to be LeMans using the Group 2 machines. It's going to be 5 laps, 1 times tyre wear, 1 times fuel use, and the tyres. This is the pretty interesting part. It's going to be RM, intermediates, and wets. So this does hint at, again, having variable weather at Le Mans. But this time, instead of throwing around the Group 4s, they were going to be using the Group 2s, and in my opinion, it's one of the best classes of cars in the entire game. If you've never actually driven a Group 2 car in the wet, it's a bit of an experience. They are really fun to throw around in the wet. Obviously, they are great in the dry as well, so variable weather is really going to come into play here, hopefully. Le Mans is quite a big track, so, you know, the most interesting thing that could happen, really, is if it was kind of mid-lap or whatever, and the rain started coming down, and you know, you've got people out there struggling, trying to get into the pits and such. So hopefully we do see that the variable weather is, you know, decent on this event. It was last time, it was a massive fan favourite when we had the Group 4s there. And in my opinion, they've essentially just took that and massively improved it by using the Group 2s. They are fast, they're very grippy, and they are very, very fun to drive in the wet. So that is going to be your daily races for next week. In my opinion, we've got a fairly average one-make race with daily race A typical sprint race for daily race B, which is nothing too much to shout about, even though I do quite like the Kyoto Driving Park track. And then we have the big one, which is daily race C at Le Mans with the variable weather and Group 2 cars, which I personally think will be a massive fan favourite for a lot of people, me included. I genuinely think I will run that one quite a bit, time permitted anyway. So yeah, it's going to be a pretty decent week. I think most people will just flood to daily race C. Let me know which race you're going to be going to. For me, it will definitely be C over the other two. I just don't think they're that really interesting, to be quite honest, and seeing Lake Maggiore there yet again at this point just feels a bit I guess, repetitive at this point. So that's going to be it for this video. Thank you so much for watching. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe. I'll keep you up to date with all things GT7 and all things motorsport over the coming years, hopefully. And I will see you all in the next one. Have a great day, guys. Peace.